Racing with the Wind, Ice Bike Racing Chasing Winter on Two Wheels, photographs by Jakub Rybicki taken while riding on by bike. Extreme photographer Jakub Rybicki embarks on journeys that most people would call impossible or simply insane. And for him, that's the beauty of it. His winter bike expeditions travel along the frozen trails of the Swedish Kungsleden National Park, beyond the Arctic Circle in Greenland and across the endless ice of Lake Baikal in Siberia. In Sweden, Jakub pedaled under the shimmering glow of the northern lights, navigating a route that is more suitable for skiers. You move forward confidently on skis. You're fighting on a fat bike, he writes. A reward? That rush of energy when you rush down the slope past the skiers who have been overtaking you for days. In Greenland, he faced a completely different challenge: no roads, no support, just endless hours of driving through deep snow. But for Jakub, these efforts are worth it, because he got an experience that changed his life, and saw such vast landscapes that they amaze the imagination. Here Domashny absolutely agrees with him, beauty. Another place he visited was Lake Baikal, the oldest and deepest lake on Earth, which turns into a 636-kilometer strip of mirrored ice in winter. The temperature dropped to -35°C, but cycling was the most exciting way for him to get to know this natural wonder. It is in this tone that the meaning of his travels is born, not just conquering the distance, but paying attention to the nuances of space, to the cracks of the ice and the breath of the wind, to how the cold changes you, when you would say to yourself, just a little more, and it will be easier. Jakub is not chasing speed for the sake of speed, he is chasing the feeling that your boundary is not a plane, but a mirror in which you see something more than yourself against the background of snow. In the photo, he looks like a character from a poem about metal and glass, the harsh hull of a snowmobile, the sheen of ice, the scorching sun over a white sea of snow. But if you look closely, irony appears behind the skin of courage. He knows what difficulties look like, and smiles at them, not over them, but with them. Jakub writes about his victories not as triumphs over the elements, but as a dialogue with her. Sometimes luck smiles on him in the form of a salty wind, a sudden ray of sunlight that breaks through the crystal of ice, and sometimes, in the form of attraction to Zen, when the rhythm of the pedals becomes meditative, and the thought is clear as ice. And that's why each photo is not just a document of the path, but an invitation to experience yourself on the edge, to go beyond the usual eye and see how the world expands the boundaries of perception. His snowmobile routes seem ironic in their audacity. People dream of freezing time, and he cuts it into frames, turning the harsh winter into a series of small revelations. He goes to a place where you should not forget about the warmth inside, the warmth of the head, the warmth of the heart, and a warm smile after another victory over himself. And if you think about it, this is the main lesson: even in the harshest snowy symphony, there is a place for light feelings, there is a place for humor and, of course, a place to stop and listen to the cold whisper in response. Jakub's photographs remind us that winter is not the enemy. Winter is a time of trials that can be turned into small holidays. In each frame there is a story about perseverance, about the choice to move on, about the ability to doubt and believe at the same time. This is not just a chronicle of extreme outings, it is proof that even on ice, where every step may be the last, you can find a rhythm that turns the cold into music and the landscape into a mirror of human character. And if you're looking for inspiration for your own attempt to step out of your usual comfort zone, just take a look at these pictures and think, what else can you do on two wheels when winter has frozen the world to the horizon?